on the late breakers, and a late risk gets it.
Not a late break, but he was not going to give us up without a good fight.
Oh dear me. Oh, and look at that. Peg Dorniak and Charlie going at it. Go on. Front by side to the last corner, who's going to get the better traction, race on the better line. It's going to be a drag race to the finishing line.
Hello and good evening everyone, welcome to Tier 3 in 7th gear racing. It is round 14 and tonight we are at Abu Dhabi. The championship has been decided. If you did watch last stream, my maths was a bit off and Rossi did clinch the title with that 7th place finish last week. So just pride and a few other positions to play for in the last couple of rounds. There's still second in the constructors to be decided as well. Just a single race here, which was won by Unknown a few seasons ago. Action zones include turns 6 and 7 after the main DRS straight through that really tight chicane. Watch those curbs as they really unsettle your car, and then through turn 9. A long left-hander. Not too many overtaking opportunities tonight, but we'll see how the Tier 3 boys fare. To qualifying then, Hasbo is out on the track right now. He is the first one out. He's just starting Sector 3, racing for Williams tonight. Pole time last night I cannot remember and I cannot see because it is not on the site, which I have to make a quick note of. Okay, so Hasbo 123.2 to start things off. Tyler is serving a quali ban. He is disqualified from the session. Trying to look for this Mercedes. And here's Joel, who is also a 23.6, and Deathwing in a 23 as well. Goes provisional pole on the first round invalidation there for Surma. Seb now coming around the final corners, and he does a 23.5, goes P3, and then Rossi, the Tier 3 champion confirmed last week, does a 22.9, as you would expect him to do. Cookler still in the garage. All your face also for the 23s. So is Stingers. Everchunk starting a lap there. Christoph starting a lap. Here comes Mark in the Ferrari. And he's also in the 23. So it looks like a low 22 is the target tonight for pole time for Rossi, Cookler, and the usual quick Tier 3 boys. Dylan, the first driver, out in the 24s. Here comes Surma, he goes P6, 23.5. Him, Aston Martin, crossing the line. Only Aston Martin on the grid tonight is Deathwing. Go for 2 hot laps in a row. And who's this? Is that Lewis, last week's winner, crossing the line? Where is he? Just starting a lap, so I'll stay on board with him. Oh, he got very wide in turn 1. I'll keep his lap Tom Gurno, but he lost a bit of time. His first win in 7GR last week round Jeddah. Very good race from him. Yeah, let's see what's up for grabs in the standing still. So P2's obviously won the fight over. Marshmallow leads Joel by 11 points. One to keep an eye on there. It's also quite close in the midfield, but in constructors, Alfa Romeo are not too far behind Aston Martin. They can climb up to P2 there, and also in the combined. Alfa Romeo will be looking to catch Red Bull, but Red Bull are quite strong in tier 3, so it'll be a big ask to budge them. So 1:25.4 there, not best time. Took now starting a lap, as well as Marshmallow. Should find us Haas. Is Elworth Chunk coming into the pits, and then the 2 Williams. Christoph went P5 for his first lap. So after the first lap, then Rossi out in front by about 3/10 over Deathwing, Hasbro P3. Stingers and Christoph is the top 5. So just Cookler and Marshmallow now out on track. Yet to set a time. Comes Cookler around the final corner, get alongside his teammate, which he does, and goes ahead of his teammate at 22.8. Good lap from Cookler. Red Bull 1-2, and then Marshmallow goes P3. Good lap also. So more Hungarians have joined the league. I've just seen in the Discord, they're everywhere. So let's find out who is next on a lap. Possibly has, no, he's very low on ERS. I think he may have accidentally left his ERS on. Well, wait, he did improve, didn't he? Yeah, he definitely improved 23.0, so he improved a bit. Stays P3. Let's go on board Joel for the rest of this one then. Currently down in P11. Maybe he hasn't found the form he may have thought he would have done at the start of the season. But currently fighting for P2 in the Drivers' Championship. Still not too bad. And there we go, P5, much better lap from Joel. It's a nice competitive one in. Not much separating top 5. Someone just moved up. All the face goes P3. The next one into the 22s. Looking like a close grid tonight at the minute. Salmon there struggling, fighting with the car there in sector 3. Let's see if he can improve on a P10. Did not improve. Looked like he did struggle in that last sector. Ended up being 3/10 slower. And just be careful not to go too slow when there's a car right behind him, because the game will give him an illegal blocking penalty. Rossi, he is currently down in sector 1. Definitely just ahead, he is up on his time. Going into sector 2 and he's down, he's lost 4/10 in that sector there. What about Rossi? Did not see the split, so we'll stay on board for this one. Can he get back to provisional pole ahead of his teammate? 3 wins this season. For Rossi. And he does improve, but ever so slightly. But then Christoph comes in with a 22.7 to go provisional pole in the Williams. A very good lap from him. You've shown a little bit of form lately. Stingers improves to goes P6. As he almost gets into the 22s as well. Looking quite a competitive grid at the minute. Mark invalidated. Toe is 2/10 up. He's coming down on P16. He will need to find more than 2/10 to jump Dylan. Around the final corner, he's gone very deep. Probably does improve, he gets close with Dylan, but not close enough to move up anywhere. Let's find. So let's go for another lap here. Probably not a PRS, I don't think. No. So Lewis just behind. He is on the out lap. Last week's winner. Struggling at the back of the field at the minute. Sure he can do a lot better than that. Let's find Lenny. Now he's on out lap as well. So Seb is the next one to cross the line, I believe. He's 2/10 up. This will move him ahead of his teammate tonight. There is a little bit of a gap to Joel. So there's a Haas in front of him, which is Toto, I think. Does get out of the way. Yeah, good evening, Neo. Welcome. Oh, Seb jumps up to P6. Exactly the same time as Hasbo. Found loads in that last sector. So good lap from Seb. As, look at this. from P3 all the way down to P10. There's 2 tenths in it. And Louis is one of these drivers who can get himself in the mix. No surprise to see him get amongst it. He's gone a bit deep into the last corner, but he's just going to be happy to put a lap in, and he go P11. 23.3. Can't quite see the time of it. Must be time. Yeah, 2 minutes. That'll be his last lap. Everybody now coming up pits to do their final lap. We're leaving it very late. Not coming out of pits yet. Same as Marshmallow. It's going to be very close now. If there goes Marshmallow out of pits. Cookler only just leaving. 1 minute 34. He might just make it. Going to be close. So Seb's done. In the pits he goes. P6 for him. Currently. Let's go on board Rossi. I think he is the first one to start the final lap. Right, here we go. It should be a good shout out here for pole position. He's got to find a couple of tenths on Christoph, and look at that, 2.5 tenths up in sector 1. He's going for it. Just needs to hook the rest of the lap up now down the main straight. DRS wide open into the tight chicane now, trying to avoid the curbs as they will unsettle the car, especially the second one. Tricky traction zone, but looks like Rossi's nailed it. Down the next DRS straight into the fairly new swooping left hander. Very easy to lose the rear here. Into the hard braking zone. Not many hard braking zones on this track. Difficult to get the power down and the turn in the double left hander. Keep within the limits. And the final corner, this looks like good pole position, and it is 22.1 by 6 tenths. A fantastic lap by Rossi. That's going to be hard to beat. Stingers is going to abort his lap. Hasbo P5 currently. Has he improved? He goes a little bit wide, but he does go up to P4. Joe up to P6, just behind. Deathring stays P9. Dylan up to P14. Elvis Chunk is down on his sector 2 time. Does he improve? He does, up to 14th. Ahead of Dylan. Bit of traffic into the final corner. Alpha Romeo, that's Louis Bolton. He did it for another lap somehow. Puts himself at the P7. King Marshmallow did not improve, I don't think. Toe crossing the line, he does improve, but not enough to move him up. And I think it's just the Cookler left. He did make the line. The final car out. Make it a Red Bull 1-2. It is 22.4. Really good lap from Rossi. And that is why he is the Tier 3 champion by 3 tenths there to Cookler. Christoph P3. And then really close in the midfield here, Hasbo P4, all the way face P5, Joel P6, Louis Bolton 7th, King Marshmallow 8th, Seb 9th, Stingers P10 there. But look at that, from Hasbo to Stingers, barely a tenth in it. Defwing 11th. Another one very close. And then a little bit of a drop off to Sermon P12 Lenny 13th, Elwood Chunk 14th, Dylan 15th, Mark Toe, and Tyler serving his quali ban. And we're going to go at 9 o'clock. So let's remind ourselves of the standings then. A bit of a delay to it coming up, but it will come up. There it is. Rossi confirmed the championship winner last week. 55 points ahead of Marshmallow. The battle for P2 still on though. Marshmallow versus Joel. There's the next 4 in the championship. Louis Bolton winning his the first race last week, and someone has readied up very early. I'm not ready for this. And it's away we go. Looks like everybody's away, so no restart as Cook looks to jump his teammate into turn 1. And there's a few cars going out wide there in the background, and there's a wing flying off, and there's a spinner there. That is Stinger's round, I think. No, Stinger's still going. It must be Louis Bolton who's round. Lenny's out of the session. There is the VSC. Mark also getting tangled up in their safety car. Yeah, someone's raised up very early. Sure, somebody find out who it was. Let's try and find out who got that wing down. I'll go Seb, no wing. And also, both McLarens no wing. So, as I was saying, there's a few things to be decided in the constructors as well. Yeah, both McLarens into the pits then, just those two. Get a full wing change. Seb will have a double flat behind his teammate as well for extra pain, but safety car is out, so it does not matter. Did any so look at position changes while we're how it looks? So definitely up 3 places. Tyler from the back of the wheel up 7. He always has a good start, does Tyler. Yeah, not too much happened in terms of position changes. Most drivers on the mediums, so I don't think many even got to choose a strategy, so Tyler the only driver on the hards. Looks like Sermon also went the hards potentially, so went for a double medium. But everyone pretty much on the same strategy. Alright, safety car is in this lap. In lap 4 when they get underway. Cookler leads his teammate Rossi. And then is the two Williams hunting them down. Neutral there. He has gone now. And we are back on the way. No DRS for a few laps, of course. Now we have the safety car coming out. So way through safely to turn 1 this time. We have Hasbro, aggressive driver. He'll be burning DRS early on here, pushing Christoph along. He's got a nice slipstream and a nice exit. He might go for a move on his teammate. He's going to burn a bit of DRS. Make sure he gets the move done down at the P3. Move on his teammate there. Christoph this time, he's got a good run. You two don't want to hold each other too much. Otherwise the Red Bulls will soon get away as Joel comes out of nowhere around the outside. And he's tapped, being Hasbro on the Williams way, and then he struggled to get it together again, and then Hasbro will now drop down the order, unfortunately. Hard to tell there, and VAC is out because the McLarens, again, both of them have no wing again. What is going on with the McLarens tonight? Safety car has come out again. And it will have to go all the way around because the Cooper has passed the safety car. Just make sure no one crashes into the safety car. How funny it'll be. He's going to sit on the side of the road. So pit stops for Deathwing, Hasbro, new wing for Hasbro Mark. And then the two McLarens again. Not sure how both of them ended up again with no wing at the same time. But I'll have to get a Hasbro point of view on that one with the Joel one. Just one of those where Joel's gone round the outside, he turned in too early, was Hasbro understeered into him. Anyway, Joel's up to P3 now. Caught up to the safety car. Hopefully it'll be in straight away, but we'll see. There's a few cars at the back still. So another lap in, it looks like, so that's going to be a nice, long, boring one tonight then. We had a really fantastic race last night in Tier 2, which was, well, won by Fitzy, who was crowned champion, the Tier 2 champion last night. So all the drivers' titles have been wrapped up now across the 3 divisions. With Bedster Tier 1, Fitzy in Tier 2, and now Rossi in Tier 3. So just racing for pride and, well, racing for your seats next season really. Again, everybody comes a free agent, and the team principals will pick the teams again next season. Right then, we're going to be back on the way again. Hopefully for a bit longer. So I was lap 7 and we've only had, what, half a lap racing so far. So here we go, Kukla send us away again for lap 8 of 29. For those who pit onto the hard tyres from this stop, could be a good shout. So we'll be going to the end now, with all the battle going on just behind. I think it was Tyler and Elwood Chunk, and it is Tyler and Elwood Chunk going at it. Tyler down the inside. Elwood Chunk goes to the switchback, but he loses the rear end. And now it's going to be vulnerable Dylan, who's going to be burning that ERS, got slipstream. He'll take full advantage and goes up to P9, he's going for the double slipstream and gets Tyler as well down the inside. But he does back out of that move, he doesn't fancy it, and Elwood Chunk is going to break late around the outside, but Dylan with a better line there, and it looks like Elwood Chunk lost it on traction anyway, and will drop down the order. Hasbo and Deathwing side by side. Hasbo gets the move done. So he now tries to recover after being involved in an incident when he was P4 earlier on in the race. This line. We've had a lap of racing. Finally. Cookler still out in front. 2 Red Bulls followed by Joel. King Marshmallow, Christoph. Down a couple of places, all their face. Stingers, Tyler's having a good race from the back of the grid so far. He's the one in the middle at the minute. There's 2 packs. He's the one in the middle. Bolton has a little look down the inside of Dylan. The guy's burning the ERS early on to gain these early positions. No moves just yet. DRS enabled next lap. Another yellow flag, and it is at the back, and there's another safety car because he is out of session. And how has he crashed there? Well, either way, another safety car. Not sure how he's managed to DNF there. So now the leaders will come in. Or Cook has stayed out. They want a double stack. Well, he's the one in the lead, so it's in communication with Rossi. Rossi wanted to go for the pits. Now everybody, we're going to the end on these hard tyres. Audio Face and Louis Bolton deciding to stay out on these mediums. Bold choice. Oh, and Cook that been disqualified for overtaking the safety car, has he? Seen it happen a couple of times in Tier 2 this season. So Audio Face is the new leader then. Right, Audio Face is the leader then. Hopefully we'll have some racing with DRS action. Tied it up to P2 now. The only driver on the grid who has not had a pit stop. We are back underway once more for the third or the fourth time, including the start. Hopefully, well, I think we've got one more safety car in us. Rushing down the P8 now, out to P7. You can see goes down the inside of King Marshmallow. So I was just watching how Cookler got disqualified. Overtook the safety car and then the safety car drove into him. Anyway, back at the front then. Let's concentrate back on the action. Oh, your face out in front. The only two drivers are not pitted are the top two. Thought it was only Tyler, but your face stayed out on the medium as well. Not too sure why, because he'll be pitting in a few laps time, unless he's going to eke him out to go into the softs, which could work depending on the safety car, but obviously I ideally want to do it in about 7 laps, and the grid will still be fairly bunched. So we're going back to the order. Tyler now down the inside, makes the move for P1. Face tries to switch back, and now it is a drag race down to the chicane. Tyler just ahead, and look at Deathwing lurking in the background. He could have gone for it, but he knows there's been a risky move. There's a move behind Hasbro for a move on Seb round the outside there. Goes a bit wide, gets a 3-second time penalty for his troubles. There's a bunch of cars here. Don't know who's definitely trying to find a gap somewhere. He's got down the inside, and Hasbro's out braked himself and lost his whole wing there. Bad luck for Hasbro, but he just did not brake in time when there was a battle ahead of him. So Deathwing is the new leader then, and he can potentially get a nice gap here, because obviously these two have got a pit. Hasbro just about made the pits. So then there's a 3.3 second gap now to the following pack, and Christoph got no wing here either. He's struggling big time as well. Yeah, he's got damage on that left end plate, so he's going to be holding up the rest of the pack. So it's a really good chance of Deathwing here to get his first win. So if Christoph stays ahead here, Louis Bolton's got a penalty as well. Next car is Dylan. Louis Bolton does skip past. It's a big opportunity here for Deathwing to get his first win. Christoph going wide there as well. Struggling with that damage. Through the pack, Joel. Back at Deathwing. Stingers goes defensive on Toto. And there's contact. Toe is round. Again, need another point of view for that one. Looks like Rossi struggling here as well. In the carnage of the mid pack. Trying to see if he had damage. But his pace has dropped off. Just enjoying the helicopter view at the minute. I'm still trying to see if he's got damage, because he is not. No visual damage for Rossi, so maybe just struggling a little bit on the hard tyres. In goes Christoph for that wing change. So Williams really not having a good night. 13th and 14th, and Deathwing so far the only Aston Martin on the grid. doing very well indeed. 1.2 second lead over Aulia Face and Tyler, who have got the pit, so his next rival is Louis Bolton with a penalty. Good 4-5 seconds down the road, there's another yellow flag. This time it's Joel who's in the wall. He eventually gets going in P11. Dylan overtakes Louis Bolton. These two use all their battery already, which is again more good news for Deathwing. I do feel there will be another safety car at some point during this race. A few cars going off with damage and all sorts. King Marshmallow down 8th now. So Tyler will definitely be going for well, these two you feel now go for the softs. Feel like they have to. Tyler does go down the inside and moves up to P2. With all this carnage in the midfield, it's only helping these two. They can get on them fresh set of softs and then carve the way back through the field. There's a few gaps already forming. Given how close qualifying was, you expect a very close race, but obviously a lot of damage. Contact has ruined that. Rossi is probably the one to watch here for the race win. If there is going to be a challenge with a Deathwing, he does have to get past Dylan and Louis Bolton and then catch up to Deathwing. But he has used all his battery as well, Rossi, so he's in the DRS train now of Louis and Dylan. Dylan thinking about a move, but he's had a decent race so far, just avoiding the incidents and moved himself up to P5. Rossi got a good run there. Dylan's going to go defensive, try down the inside. Can he make it stick? He does. Nearly loses the rear, has to lift off. He is up to P5 now. Louis Bolton is next target. It's a question of when do these two pit here. I'd probably say lap 20 or 19 they'll be coming in for the set of softs. Tyler running wide at the final corner as the following pack is closing in on those two. That thing isn't really getting away at the minute, but he's got a 2-second gap. He will need to put his foot down if he does want to win this race, because Rossi will be coming for him. Did Louis Bolton get the DRS? Because that would be crucial. He did. So he can defend now from Rossi. This will help the race leader. They're starting to bunch up again now. Stingers looking pretty decent on the mediums as well. At the back of the pack though. Tyler again makes the same move into the sweeping left corner. picking up time penalties as well. Louis Bolton, Deathwing picked up a time penalty. And in goes Deathwing. What is he doing? Has he got damage? Giving up the race win potentially. So interesting strategy from Deathwing. I thought he could have gone to the end on enhance, but sure. Why? Oh, Rossi's gone for a big dive bomb on Louis there. Does nudge him out the way slightly. It was a bit wild from Rossi. The tyre is the leader then. There's face gets past him into the chicane and they're probably going to swap again. Which they do. Not be surprised if they pit this lap. Stinger's getting past Dylan. Or P5. In goes Tyler, all your face staying out another lap on those medium tyres. You can see the difference in grip because Rossi on these hard tyres trying to try around the outside. You can afford to be patient, Rossi. Doesn't need to do a risky move. Tyler is going to come out right behind this pack. Go for a move into the hairpin. He's going to have the DRS as well. He's going for a switch back, but that DRS now enabled for Rossi. Should be able to stay ahead. So we don't get very close to the back of Roy Face, and a bit too close. Gives him a little tap. Goes a bit sideways. Let's check in on Tyler. He is out P12 and he's behind this pack of flashing cars here, so he's got the opportunity to get past all these fresh softs. That's Tony struggling at the back there with the yellow flag. Should have superior grip to these cars. It is a purple second sector and he's already making a move down the inside on Hasbo. Hasbo's still there on the inside, be careful, bit of contact. That might go in the pits, it is, so that's another one out the way for Tyler. Deathwing on the fresh mediums now up to 7th place, he's past Joel. Oh yeah, face still out on these medium tyres, 20 laps, a good stint. He's losing time all the time as Dylan is facing the wrong way in the background there. Maybe a bit too early on the power out the hairpin. As Louis Bolton and Oya Face side by side. Surely Oya Face hasn't got the grip on them tyres anymore to get the traction down. He's got the DRS, but again, surely he's got to pit this lap. And in goes Oya Face, and in goes Stingers. So again, unless Stingers got damage, it's another strange strategy. Same with Marshmallow. On goes the Sauce. Let's have a look if they do have damage. Didn't look like it. Damage from Marshmallow, so that's understandable, but it's like stingers in my face. Just gone for strategy. Joel round the outside of Tyler here, but Tyler on this nice set of softs. Got the DRS. Mickey turned it on a bit late there, or he actually turned it off. So he's got a fancy move here. Joel tries to park it on the apex or some sort of lagged it. Now Tyler will use the DRS. Back up to P5. The swing back in the podium places. He's still got that penalty looming over him, but he should be able to get away from Dylan. It's Tyler the one to watch for that podium now. Rossi should be able to comfortably take the win from here. Sars will go to the end comfortably. Same with Louis Bolton, he's got a nice gap to Deathwing, good for a double podium this week in the background there. Joel Christoph. Christoph with 0% battery, going down the inside on the hairpin, gets the move done. Have the DRS as well, it's a good measure. Hasbro lurking in the background now. Battle for 11th. Seb trying to get round Toe. Mark's going to try and follow him through. Both on soft tyres. Toe on 17 lap old halves. Get eaten alive here. He's trying to defend with his battery, but Seb with the much better tyres than Mark as well can sail through, and also Marshmallow is going to do the same. So we can't do anything on those hard tyres. At 24, Rossi still leaves 2.2 seconds there. Louis Deathwing is closing in. He's got a panic looming over. By that 2.1 second, good for the podium, as long as those soft tyres don't drop off too rapidly. Plugging along there in 5th. 2 Williams and a fairly decent recovery drive, 6th and 7th currently. It hasn't been a great race compared to Tier 2 and Tier 1 wasn't too bad. Tier 2 last night was a good race. Marshmallow getting past his teammate, and now we'll try and get past Seb for P11. Points look out the window now for King Marshmallow, unless there is a late safety car. He's scored points in every race so far in the 7GR, but that streak looks to be ending tonight unless someone in the top 10 manages to DNF, or as I say, a late safety car. Does get himself up to P11. It can still happen. I mean, Dylan's still P5 despite that spin where he's facing the wrong way. Not sure how he's still P5, but he is. And he's got Christoph all over the back of him. It's like Tyler is closing in, but them tired now. Probably about equal pace. And there goes Christoph up to P5 with the help of DRS. little bit of a train, a Hasbro train. Toe decides to go on to a fresh set of softs as well, because why not? He's at the back. Seb and Mark having a battle for P12. Top there, Louis Bolton into the pits on P2. Again, just strategy. 3 laps to go. Why is he giving away a potential P3 for a set of softs? So we'll never know. Just hit the wall as well on the exit. Strange one from Louis. There's been a few strange calls strategy-wise in this race. King Marshmallow back into the points then, but he's, unless he manages to hold on 3 seconds to Louis Bolton, which looks unlikely. Yeah, that streak will end. But there is some action. Joel, I think it's getting past Joel and Dylan and 2 Alpines. The 2 Alpines going for it. Stinger's looking good for P5 here. Should be a good result. Oh, who's that? Dylan, all out of shape. Manages to keep it going. Oh, Stingers now gets that 3-second tyre penalty. So race is on now for P5. It's Joel now looking good for P5 as he's got to stay with this pack though. And a couple laps to go. Tyler closing in on Deathwing lap by lap. But looking good for P2. Tyler, been a very good race on a quali ban, but has 7GR history. If you do get a quali ban, you do somehow end up on the podium. Stinger's trying around the outside here. Hasbro defending the inside line, and we'll hold off Stingers for now. Yeah, I should probably look at that stat, but I'd probably say at least 7 or 8 of the last 10 people to have a quali ban in tier 2 and 3 have ended up on the podium. So penultimate lap now. Been an okay race since the safety cars, but nothing too exciting. Just talking about Marshmallow's chances here of actually continuing the streak. He is closing in on Dylan. And Louis Bolton getting held up by Dylan now as well, so that point streak may well continue. He's currently just inside that window by 8/10 in that window. A lap to go. And with Dylan and Joel on his hard tyres holding Louis Bolton up here, and Dylan going to fall back into clutches outside the points potentially after that mistake earlier on. He's going to try down the inside. Yeah, that wasn't really on. There's no gap down the inside. Hasbro all over the back of Stingers. I think now head into the final lap. Rossi out in the lead by nearly 5 seconds. Tyler will want to get this done on track. Deffing, who... Oh, Dylan is out of the race. So that will push Marshmallow up into the points now. And his streak will continue. There you go. Tyler has previously not gone for it down this straight. He wants to get the move done on the next tier straight. He's done most of the race, and look at that blast past Deffing. Deffing didn't even have no answer. Yeah, strange strategy from Deffing. He definitely could have been in for a good shot of winning the race. I think Rossi would have probably caught him, but it would have been fairly close. And yeah, well, a podium anyway for Deffing. A good race nonetheless. Could have had a chance for the win. Decided not to, but Rossi, a tier 3 champion, will win round 14 in Abu Dhabi. Tyler, quali band P2. Deffing picks up the podium. Really good race from them three. Christoph, good recovery drive, but who is going to get P5? Here we go. Stingers. Yes, Stingers. So where did Joel go? Joel dropped way down the order. P8. Really struggled on them hard tyres at the end. Marshmallow ended up P6. Wow. So said he wasn't likely to get that point streak going, but he's ended up P6 somehow with penalties. Louis Bolton again threw away a potential podium, and he finishes P10. Another strange strategy. Not sure why I've gone for that. Toe is the last one to finish. So there we go, round 14. Rossi is the winner. Tyler Deffing complete the podium. Christoph P4. Stingers P5. Marshmallow 6th. Audioface 7th. Joel 8th. Hasbro 9th. Louis Bolton 10th. 7 11th. Mark 12th. Toe 13th. Dylan 14th. Who DNF. And then Elf Chunk, Surma, Lenny, and the Cookler, all DNFs. Yeah, thank you for those who watched. And it's final round next week, final round of the season, and we are at Australia. As I say, all the drivers' championships are done and dusted, so it is people racing for pride and their seats next season. And obviously a few other extra positions in the championship. But we'll end it there. Thank you for watching, and good night.
It's the battle of the late breakers, and Elite Risk gets it.
Not a late break, but he was not going to give us up without a good fight.
Oh dear me. Oh, and look at that. Peg Dorniak and Charlie going at it. I'm doing. Just up outside in the last corner, who's going to get the better traction, race on the better line. It's going to be a drag race to the finishing line.